Hello students. Today we will study the experiment on determination of the velocity of ultrasonic waves. Okay. So the aim of experiment is determination of velocity of ultrasonic waves in a liquid medium. Okay, by using ultrasonic interferometer. The apparatus required to perform this experiment are ultrasonic interferometer, then a liquid cell. So here you are observing a cavity where we can insert some liquid. This is a connecting cord, and then this is a part of this liquid cavity where it is fitted with a piston, and at the top there is a micrometer screw. So as to record the observations. Okay. The formula required to determine the velocity of ultrasound is V is equal to lambda into F, that is lambda is the wavelength of the ultrasonic waves and F is the frequency of the ultrasonic waves. V is the velocity of the ultrasonic waves. Now the schematic arrangement of this experiment is as shown in this figure. So herein you are observing the base screws where the cavity, the liquid cavity is fitted, and then there is certain piston or the reflector which is connected to the micrometer. Okay. So before going for the procedure of this experiment, let us have a quick idea about the ultrasonic waves. Now as you all are familiar that sound, the audible sound is having the frequency range of 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. Okay. So to this range we call as sonic. Now what is our term? We are talking of ultrasonic waves. So ultrasonic means that sound whose frequency is greater than 20 kilohertz. That means these sound waves are inaudible to us. Therefore, ordinary methods of generation of sound like the vibrations of the tuning fork or the diaphragm of a loudspeaker, they cannot be implemented for the generation of ultrasonic waves. Hence, we will use one effect for the generation of ultrasonic waves. This effect is known as piezoelectric effect. So what this piezoelectric effect means? It simply says that if you are having a certain asymmetric crystal and then so this is a crystal, then to one pair of opposite faces of the crystal. So see, I am just highlighting these opposite faces of the crystal. To one pair of opposite faces of the crystal, if pressure is applied, okay, I am applying here the pressure, then what happens? Pressure apply karne se the charges are produced on the opposite pair of other pair of the faces of the crystal. Okay. So if pressure is applied or say stress is applied to one pair of opposite faces of the crystal, then charges are developed on the other pair of opposite faces of the crystal. So if you can connect certain meter over here, just like the microvoltmeter, you can note down the voltage which is developed across this. So this is the piezoelectric effect. Now reverse of this effect is also true. That is, if I can use the same crystal, if I am having the same crystal and to this crystal I am applying the voltage. Okay. So if I am applying the voltage to this particular crystal, then I will observe that along this direction the crystal will be set into vibrations. Okay. So if voltage is applied to one pair of opposite faces of the crystal, then the waves or the crystal vibrates along the other pair of opposite faces of the crystal. So this effect is known as inverse piezoelectric effect. Okay, so what you have understood with it, that if I am applying the voltage, I can generate the waves or vibrations. So this particular effect is utilized in this experiment for the generation of ultrasonic waves. So the frequency of generation of ultrasonic by using inverse piezoelectric method is given by F is equal to 1 upon 2T under root of y by rho, and for our case it is simply 2 megahertz. So this is a little bit about the inverse piezoelectric effect. Now for this inverse piezoelectric effect we require some special crystal. So we are using here a quartz crystal. This crystal is fitted at the base of this liquid cell. Okay, so here you are observing these screws where this crystal is fitted. Okay, so let's go for the procedural part. First of all, you are supposed to fill the liquid in this cavity. Okay, and then just fit this reflector. See, this is the reflector plate. So I am just inserting it into it. So this is the system is now ready, and now I am going to fit it over here and little bit tighten up. Okay. Unless and until you do this arrangement, please do not switch on the setup. Okay. It is mandatory that once you fill this cavity with the liquid, then and then only you should switch on this particular setup. Okay, now I am switching it on. The moment you switch it on, you will find that this pointer goes towards the right and then it immediately comes back to the left. Okay. Now here we are provided with two screws, the gain knob and the adjustment knob. Okay. Adjust them in such a way that the pointer is held at the center of the scale. Okay. So you have to adjust both the knobs such that this is at the central position. Once you do these settings, wait for a period of around 10 minutes. This is the warm-up time of this instrument.